Hello ladies, welcome in. I am so happy to be with you today. We are talking about men who harvest from your feminine energy versus men who sow into your feminine energy. This is an extremely important topic because what I see happening in the world today with my clients, with my community, with women in general, is a lot of women are blocked from making money. They're blocked from their creativity, from their sensual energy, and they feel that their health and their energy is just at its all-time low. Why this is majority of the time is because men are taking their feminine energy and they don't even know it. So we're going to talk about how to see the clear difference in men who are harvesting from you versus men who are sowing into you, how to spot that type of man, how to protect your energy, and qualities to look for in these men going forward. So welcome in ladies, so good to be with you. There's a concept that I've touched on before on this channel and with you ladies, and it's still happening in the world today, but we don't see it because it looks completely different than it used to in ancient times. So in ancient Egyptian times, what men would do, highly successful, high status men, is they would hire high priestesses to sleep with so that they could gain more spiritual connection, so that they could gain more abundance and higher finances, higher success for their life. So a high priestess was a woman who was very strongly connected spiritually. She was very connected to God, very connected to her feminine energy. She took care of her mind, of her body. She was a divine feminine. And in these times, what was normal is that men would hire these women. They would often hire groups of women, sleep with them every single day for a week, for a month, and stack up their feminine energy. Harvest their feminine energy. So when I say men who harvest your feminine energy, this is what it means: to soak up and transfer that energy. When you sleep with someone, energy is transferred. It doesn't matter what. I've heard a lot of excuses. No, but we use protection and all this. There's always an energetic transfer when you sleep with someone. And we're going to talk about more than just sleeping with someone. There's so many ways that men are harvesting women's feminine energy and they don't even know. And it will shift your reality. So in these times when men would have this exchange and they would need to see higher standards, I need to see more feminine energy, open up any more energy. Well, what is happening on the other side now is all of that stress, all of that masculine energy, burden and trauma, men building with women. These are just examples of how men harvest. That man has another example too he dumps is it right into the woman and she absorbs that. And we'll get into this and how to protect your energy, but I will never forget this one moment. What we don't see is that driving in the back of the taxi and I was talking with the taxi driver and energy from. And so how this applies to the modern world today is that men will see specific women who are glowing, who are just so highly in their feminine energy, and they want it. They don't so much want the feminine energy, but they want what it will do for their masculine energy. There's nothing wrong with this. It is a beautiful thing. It's how we work as divine feminine and masculine energy beings. But what I have a problem with is men who are doing this to you ladies and not giving you the palace, not giving you the priestess, the queen treatment, not giving you an exchange that's going to not only refill your feminine energy, but take you to the next level. Men who sow into your feminine energy will have this exchange with you, but they will sow a seed, whether it is money that they provide for you, whether it's a lifestyle, whether it's education, whether it's just a safe home and safe relationship, safe emotional space. If men are not providing this for you, they are harvesting from you. It is that plain and simple. A question that I get asked a lot is, what do I think of providing and the sprinkle and all of that movement? I am all for men providing. What I'm not for is women only searching for men to provide for them, because it will become a transaction. And just like in these ancient Egyptian days, when men were hiring these high priestesses, yes, they were getting paid, but it was still a transaction. So why I have an issue with the sprinkle movement is because it is still a transactional basis. And that is not what's going to serve your feminine energy. Because if it's a transaction, it's not a seed. It's like giving someone a fruit rather than a seed. A seed can grow 1,000 pieces of fruit, but one piece of fruit, what is that going to do for your feminine energy? And so let's get into how to protect your feminine energy, how to know the difference in men who are going to harvest from you versus men who are going to sow into you. Also, a side note too, if you think about the idea of harvesting, we as women, we are natural harvesters. So I heard this funny quote talking about why women love stores like Marshall's and TJ Maxx and Home Goods. If you don't have any of these stores near you, it's pretty much a woman's heaven. It's cooking materials, bed sheets, clothes, like anything that you can think of. It is in this store. It's everything that's just like our girly Pinterest dream come to life. And what happens when we shop at these stores is we just want so much stuff. We go in there for one thing, we come out with 10. Why? It's because it's in our nature as women to harvest. And while we might not be out in the field physically picking berries, picking fruit the way that we used to and harvesting, we are still in this gathering mentality. And what is happening today is as a lot of men are shifting into their feminine energy, they are becoming the harvesters. So we wonder, why do men want to go 50-50 with me? Why do they say things like, I want to build an empire with you? They're in their feminine energy. Those are the wrong men that you are choosing. And until we stop giving attention and our energy and our divine feminine energy to these men, they will continue to think that harvesting is their job. It is not their job. Okay, so what I'm seeing right now is, before we move into how to protect your feminine energy from this, there's a trend that I see on social media so much, and it's not an actual trend, but it's something that I just noticed. Women will start dating this man who, okay, let's say that a woman is an influencer or she's a content creator, she's very successful. She will start dating this man who might not have a ton of followers, might not be famous, might not have his empire built yet. She will start dating this man. His profile, I'm talking specifically with social media content creator relationships, his profile will start to grow. He will have the momentum and energy all of a sudden to make his own videos, to kind of become an influencer. What I always see happens is a breakup. He leaves her and does his own thing. This happens not only with social media, but it happens with regular day jobs. It happens with men who come to you and maybe they try to get you to lower your standards a bit, or they try to make you build an empire with them, go 50-50 with him. They're harvesting your feminine energy and they know it and you know it. And it is why you never feel safe to go the next level in your feminine energy, but safe enough to fully trust him and open up to him. And so I started wondering, why is it that as soon as this man becomes famous and his page starts growing, he leaves her? It is because now that he is full of this abundance, now that he is full of this success, she is drained. Because he has taken it all. He has harvested it all. This is where I get really angry, because I feel my purpose on this planet is to protect and defend women. And when I see this trend happening, I think it's so clear he is harvesting from her. We've got to cut this out. That is why I'm so passionate to make this video. And so another trend that I see where this will happen, long-term girlfriends. I'm not talking about if you are 18, 19, that's a different story. I'm talking about if you're in your 20s or above and you are with a man for years. There is no ring on your finger. There's no proposal in sight. He is harvesting your feminine energy. A lot of the times men will say this excuse to you. I'm just trying to build up my empire. I'm just trying to stack my money together. I'm just trying to make sure I can have a life where I take care of us. One of the highest issues why people break up, why people go through divorces, is because women believe these words before they've actually seen the actions. And they go into the relationship, yeah, I'll trust that this will happen in the future. If you want to protect yourself from ever getting taken advantage of, only believe the actions that are happening right now. Only believe the words that are aligning with the present actions, not the future actions. And so when men have you around as their girlfriend for years and years, they are getting so many benefits. They get to come home after a long, stressful day of work to a beautiful smile, happy energy, sensual energy. You just being a woman, you waking up, you're full of sensual energy. You're full of creativity. It's your gift as a woman. Men just being in your presence, they soak this up and it gives them energy and momentum to now go out and build their empire. And so while being a girlfriend, yes, it might be fun, and I'm talking about long-term girlfriends here. If you are with him for longer than a year, he is harvesting your feminine energy and you are going to be left depleted. That is why so many of the times women will say, well, he was with me for 6 years. He broke up with me and proposed to another girl in 6 months. He had so much divine masculine energy because he was harvesting for so long that now he knows exactly what he wants. He sees a woman who will not let him harvest her feminine energy and goes, okay, I need to put a ring on this. I need to fully pursue her because she's holding this queen energy and I know that it will pour into me. But she has standards. And so I'm going to continue to pour into her standards, to sow into her so that I can get just a taste of her queen energy. Even if you are feeling, Alexis, I am a girlfriend right now, or I have a man who I feel is harvesting for me today, you can change that. You can reverse it around. We talk about this so much here, how you can decide in one moment to change your energy and it will shift your reality. Just your decision to say no more. I need to see higher standards. I need to see more sowing before I open up any more energy. That is going to change your relationship. Okay, what else did I want to say here? 50-50, men building with women. These are just examples of how men harvest. Another example too is men just looking at you. And we'll get into this and how to protect your energy, but I will never forget this one moment. I was driving in the back of a taxi and I was talking with the taxi driver